Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's TLSN baseball broadcast between the Grinnell Tigers and the Pella Dutch, sponsored by Poly Eyes.
Hey there, I'm Joey Poly-Eye, third-generation owner of Poly Eyes in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polyeye'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Poly Eyes Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Alrighty, well, the starting lineups are just getting ready to be set between these guys and the people across the way, but we got a big game tonight. Grinnell and Pella Little Hawkeye Conference matchup. Grinnell has struggled in the past 6 games. They've lost 4 out of their last 6. What's going to be the big change tonight? They've changed the lineup a little bit, but other than that, what is Grinnell going to have to do tonight to win this ballgame?
Well, I think right now, as Jay Cole's coming out on the mound, it's all down to concentration, understanding what the batter stand in front of you is, know what the pitch call as they go at it, and concentrating on that strike zone. That's the number one thing from the pitching mound. When you come back to the batting side of it, we got to get on the bat. They're doing a good job of watching the pitches. They're seeing the balls, but they're going to have to find that good strike zone and get a good hit out of it. And we have to have hits. That's the key, is to win a ball game. You have to put the bats against the ball and get out in the field and get some base runners. So that's the key right now, I think, to win tonight's game.
We're going to do the national anthem, and we'll be back just for the starting pitch. So we are just moments away from opening pitch between the Grinnell Tigers and the Pella Dutch. Grinnell comes into the ball game 12-5, Pella comes in 5-11. Pella off to a struggling start to their 2019 season campaign. Since 2009, Pella leads the series between these two teams at 18-9. And from 2014 to 2017, Pella won 13 in a row against the Tigers. But ever since then, they've never seen the win column against the Tigers, as Grinnell's won the last 3 meetings against the Dutch. Grinnell out in their orange tops, white bottoms. Pella out in their light green, dark green tops with the white, and then their gray bottoms. So Jay Cole on the mound tonight. Ryan Mace is the starting pitcher for the Dutch. And Grinnell's going to try to get back to a winning way after their 1-1 loss and win against Norwalk last Friday night.
A couple new features out here tonight. We actually, since we had good luck streaming to Facebook Live, viewers could tune into our Tiger Sports Live Stream Network Facebook page, watch it on there, or they could turn around and watch it on the YouTube Live. We're going to go ahead and do simultaneous right now, and it just popped up, so everything's going good on both sides. You could bring it up either way. Seems like a nice, crisp, clean picture that we're looking at, and we hope you enjoy tonight's baseball game.
So for the Pella Dutch, it's going to be River Baker, the junior, is going to be the first one up to bat this season for the Dutch. He started 4 games so far this season and has struck out once. And this one's lined over Jake's head, and it's going to be bobbled around. Owen couldn't come down with it. And it's going to be a first single of the ball game. First hit of the ball game, first pitch. And this is number 4, Nick Garandia, the junior, up to bat here. He started 14 games.
Yeah, right now that's not a good way to have an error at start off everything and get Pella on base.
So Jake Hold, the junior, up on top of the mound. He's 4-2. Record so far, he's pitched 34 innings. ERA of a 2.47. 40 strikeouts on the season. Opponent's batting average is sitting at 218. And that one's high for ball 1. So Nick Grandia, 28 at-bats, 4 runs, 9 hits, 3 RBIs, and he struck out 5 times, averaging .321. One-two pitch, 1 out, or no outs, 1 on. That one's down in the dirt for ball 2. Nice cooler night here at the ballpark, probably around 70-some degrees. Rain's going to hold off. And that one's going to be lined over the top of Drew, and he couldn't come down with it. Baker's going to drive to second, and he's there, and it's 2 on base, and already 2 are still a little bit of a mishap by both Kaufman brothers. 2 on for the Dutch, and out comes number 3, Gabe Thomas, the senior, one of 2 seniors on this Pella Dutch baseball team.
Yeah, that puts the second error up on the board.
No outs, 2 people on, and that'll be down for ball 1. Thomas 10 hits so far this season, 6 strikeouts, as this one's going to be dropped down to Colin Gibson, and he steps on third base to make sure Pella doesn't get in too crazy of scoring position. And it's the first out of the ball game.
Number 26, Ryan Mace.
So this is the pitcher, number 26, Ryan Mace, who steps up to bat. Ryan, just a sophomore, 36 at-bats, 8 runs, 11 hits, 4 doubles so far this season, and 1 home run. It's the Dutch's only home run so far. Grinnell sits at 3 home runs all year long. He lines this one back to Jake. Jake bobbles it a little bit and scoots over to first base to get the out. Nice job by Jake to hang on to that one. 2 outs, 1 on, or 2 outs, 2 on, 1 on third, 1 on second, and this is number 7 up to bat, Nick DeJong, the sophomore. 13 hits, 2 doubles, 7 RBIs, struck out twice. His batting average is .342. Down for ball 1. Jaden tried to pick off, give it to his brother, but he couldn't get it down there in time. Ball 2. A little breezy here tonight. You can probably hear it a little bit from the microphone, but ball 3. Jake's still yet to get in rhythm here so far. .30 pitch, 2 on. Down the middle for strike 1. It is early, but you definitely don't want to let someone get too far ahead, especially in the game of baseball. Ball 4. So Pella will load the bases
Now batting for Pella,
in the
baseman
first
number
inning.
30, Camden Lambert.
So this is Camden Lambert up to bat for the Dutch. Lambert, a junior, 16 at-bats, 1 hit, 4 strikeouts. He's averaging a 63. Down the middle for strike 1. This would be big if Jake can get off the mound here with not a ton of damage done. Fouled off, strike 2.
If you're hearing screams and yells that aren't coordinating with what you're watching here on the camera, that's because the softball field's right off to our right-hand side. So the Grinnell Tigers softball team is hosting Pella tonight also. So
Crowd thought it was going to be a strike, came down as a ball. 3 on, 2 outs. Big at bat here. Down for ball 2. Two-two pitch. Ball 3. Lambert's fought back down from a 2-0 deficit, or 0-2 deficit. See if he can get him off here. 3-2. Down the middle for strike 3, and he leaves 3 stranded on base. And we're headed to the bottom of the first. Grinnell tied 0-0. Brock Beck going to lead up when Grinnell gets back on. All right, we're back for the bottom of the first inning. Up bat to lead off is number 2, Brock Beck.
Center fielder number 2, Brock Beck.
And on the mound, like I said before, the sophomore, Ryan Mace. 5 appearances, 2 starts. His record is 1-2. He's got an ERA of 7. 12 strikeouts so far on the season. I'd say he's a little bit better of a batter. And Mace goes down with the ball. One 0. He must be just grazing the top of that strike zone, too.
see, that one would look from the point we're at, standing right behind that, looked like it was a strike. Good for Brock, but
That's going to be a strike. 2-1. Brock gets a piece of that one. It's headed to the second baseman. He'll throw it over to first. And he's out. Good effort by Brock, though.
Stepping into the box next for the Tigers. Third baseman, number 6, Colin Gibson.
So the freshman comes up. Colin, 15 runs, 7 hits, 5 doubles, 1 triple, and 4 RBIs. His batting average, .315. Strike one. Oh, right down the middle. Colin couldn't get a piece of it. 0-2. One out, none on. 0-2 pitch coming for the Dutch. Ball one. Colin pops that one up. Foul. Down the dirt, 2-2. One out, none on. 2-2 pitch by Mace. And Colin gets stuck. Strike three. Out comes his brother Jaden Gibson, third in the batting lineup.
Now batting for Grinnell, catcher number 7, Jaden Gibson.
So obviously everyone knows Jaden Gibson's success so far this season. 18 hits, 3 doubles, 16 RBIs. And that's down for strike one. 10 strikeouts so far for Jaden so far this season. He's averaging .346. Down the dirt for ball one. And when we talked to Jaden in the preseason, he was probably the most hungry out of anyone on this baseball team to get to that state tournament.
Yeah, he definitely had a little bit of remorse left over from last year and set the expectations pretty high for this team. And I think, you know, just as the season goes, when it all comes down to it, it's what happens in the end. These losses, their losses can hurt them a little bit on their placing, but they're still sitting towards the top.
It's holding his ankle. Yeah, so that foul ball went off of his shin. Step back in the box here with the 1-2 count, 2 outs, none on. And the good thing for the Grinnell is it is still early in this baseball season. But it'll move quick. We're already almost halfway. Two balls, 2 strikes. And Jaden pops this one high toward right field. And they're underneath it. So that'll do it for the end of the first inning. Grinnell and Pella knotted up 0-0. And we'll be back for the top of the second.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
sit here in the middle as Jay Cole's out on the mound warming up. Just a quick reminder to everyone listening, our weekly podcast on every Monday is placed out there on Podbean and all your popular platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, and you could even go right to our website. Right there on the screen it shows www.TIGERSLSN.com. You can listen to it straight from there, or you could even tune into podcast or TIGERSLN.podbean. You can listen to it to there too. So those are our weekly podcasts. Again, they come out every Monday, and tune in to listen.
All right, so Jake back up on top of the mound here. That one's going to be soared to left field. Hollabaw's going back, and it is gone. So Pella sends one out of the ballpark. Their second home run of the season. I'm trying to get a number here. But the Dutch knock one out of the park. Yeah, just their second home run of the season, and just like that, they're up early. And that was number 21. We'll get a name here soon. The internet's not cooperating. Oh, Parker. Oh, that was Warren Page. Number 23, Warren Page. He was a junior. It's Jake's first up given home run this year. That went down the dirt for ball one. Fouled off, strike one, or strike two, excuse me. One-two pitch on the way. This one popped up again. Outside for ball two. This one again lined to left field, and Hollabaw's going to race over to get it. And the Dutch, who have not hit very well at all this year, have already loaded up the bases, and they already have a home run and a guy on first. So this is number one, Tanner Dunsbergen.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 18, Caden Lyle. Now batting for Pella, shortstop, number one, Tanner Dunsbergen.
So Jake's still on top of the mound. Pella leads 1-0, 3 hits so far by the Dutch. Nothing on the board for Grinnell except an error. This is Tanner Dunsbergen up to bat for the Dutch. One on base, no outs. Tried to lay down the bunt. Jaden goes back to Drew, and he's going to be safe. One pitch. This one bunted down. Going to be covered by Colin and heads over to Drew to first base, and that's out for out number one. Nice coverage by Colin. The umpire getting a few more baseballs to load up into his arsenal.
Back to the top of the order for Pella.
So this is Baker.
Hitter, number 5, River Baker.
River Baker. That's a good first name, River.
NASCAR driver.
One out, one on.
That's a good spot, good start.
Down for ball one. 1-0. Outside for 2-0. If we can through the night, we'll try to give updates on how the softball team's doing over there. Are we able to see the scoreboard from here?
No, we can make a runner go get it for us, though.
2-0, 2-1, strike one. Coming up this week, a lot of baseball for Grinnell. They got Pella here, obviously, tonight. Then they're at home all week. They got Oskaloosa, a doubleheader against the Indians on Wednesday night. And then Newton comes to town Friday night. We'll be here again Wednesday night for the doubleheader. And then we'll be over at the softball diamond for the Newton game. So, busy week. Baker sends this one behind the home plate. Full count, 3-2, 1 out, 1 on. Or excuse me, no one's on. Yes, one is on. Umpire was covering him up. Strike three, down into the dugout goes Baker. And 2 outs, out comes.
Pella, right fielder, number 4, Nick Grandia.
This is Nick Grandia up to bat for the Dutch. That one high, ball one. Fouled for strike one. One pitch, 2 outs, 1 on second for the Dutch. They try the pickoff, and he's home safe. Up top, 2-1. Grinnell averaging 5 runs or 6 runs a game. Pella averaging 4. This one's going to be popped and fouled outside the left field line. Grinnell's been up to bat several more times than Pella has. 428 times so far this season for Grinnell. Pella only 316 coming into the ballgame. And that one line just off Jake's glove. Jake's going to chase it down, and he is going to be safe. Jake just couldn't get it. It outreached it on his glove, and that's going to put Pella on first and third, respectively. So looking out early, Grinnell's off to a rough start.
Now batting for Pella, center fielder number 3, Gabe Thomas.
And this is Gabe Thomas up to bat for the Dutch. Ball one. So it's just a little uncharacteristic of Jake so far tonight. But I know he could definitely settle in. It's just taking a little bit for him to get going here. Ball two. He only needs one more out to try to keep the Dutch at bay here. He stranded a few in the first inning. Let's see if he can do it again. 1 on third and first. Down the middle for strike one. Two one. 3-1. walked him. So Thomas headed to first base, and now Mace is going to come out and hit. And they're going to have a little bit of a mound visit here with Jake. All right, so just a little chat with Jake on the mound there, maybe to get his composure up just a little bit.
Ryan Mace.
I mean, it was pretty crazy that Page knocked one out of the park, but if anyone can do it that we know can do it, it's going to be Mace right here. So Jake's got to be careful here. 2 outs, bases are loaded. He gets going with strike 1. Mace knocks this one, and Hollabaugh gets underneath of it, and they leave 3 stranded. Grinnell makes it out of the top of the second. We're headed to the bottom of the second. Grinnell trails Pella 1-0. So J. Cole's going to be the one leading off for the Tigers here. The lights have come on here at Fowler Field. Jake struggled on the pitching end, but on the batting end, he gets going. This one's lined over literally the second base, and Jake's on for a hit.
Nice way to start out, kind of take his aggressions off a little bit of what his pitching's been last inning. And a little bit of a struggles, but sometimes that bat just kind of helps settle it all out. And see what Blake Hollabaugh has for us next up.
Blake moved back a little bit here in the lineup, maybe to give it a little extra power to the backside of the lineup. 14 hits, 2 RBIs, 2 sacrifice flies. He struck out 12 times, and he's averaging .275. Mace tries to get Jake not looking, to no avail. 1-0 pitch, bunted down. Hollabaugh turns on the Jets, and Pella can't come down with it. And we got 2 on base.
Nice job, Blake. He showed it the first pitch and then turned around and presented right out there. And you know, unfortunately for Pella, an error and
couldn't barehand it.
You know, definitely has the speed to get to that base and run it out.
Nick Williams up to bat. 36th at-bat of the season for Nick. He lays down the bunting position. This is going to be popped up and out. You know, I thought maybe they'd run into each other. They did, but Mace was able to come down with it.
Now batting for Grinnell, first baseman, number 13.
So this is Drew Kaufman coming up to bat. 47 at-bats for Drew, 12 hits, 10 RBIs, averaging 255. Down for strike one. Grinnell with a good opportunity here with 2 on. And 1 out. Gavin McFarland's going to come out and run for Jake Cole. Probably a good idea. Drew struck out 10 times so far this season. 0-1 pitch. Down for 0-2. One out, 2 on for Grinnell. Outside for ball 1. One, 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Drew's headed back to the dugout. Now comes his brother Owen Kaufman.
Now batting for the Tigers, shortstop, number 12, Owen Kaufman.
Four RBIs so far this season by Owen, as that's down for strike 1.
Hey, don't lose it now, Blue.
Owen averaging 250. Outside for ball 1. One pitch. Mace keeps looking back on Gavin. And Owen swings this thing to the fence behind home plate. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Gavin on second, Blake on first. Owen swings and goes down with the bottom of the inning. We're headed to the top of the 3rd. Pella on top, 1-0 over Grinnell.
Third baseman, number 7, Nick DeYoung.
So Nick DeYoung comes out for the Dutch. I think Nick plays basketball. Recognize the last name? Start to recognize a lot of these last names. DeYoung sends this one flying to right field, and it's going to be fouled. I think took a lift.
So he doesn't seem like he's 6'6".
Yeah, different Nick, different family.
But he does have a good hit. This one's going to be soaring out there. Hollabaugh's going to get underneath of it and make the grab for out number 1.
Now batting for Pella, first baseman,
So
number
this
30,
is the
Camden Lambert.
first baseman, Camden Lambert. Up to bat here for the Dutch. Lambert sends this one to Colin on third base. And Lambert's speed is no match for the throw. Down for out number 2.
Now batting for Pella, left fielder number 23, Warren Page.
So here's Warren Page. Be interesting to see how many high school players this year have hit a home run twice in one game. Warren Page trying to become one of them. Strike 1. See what Warren Page's stats were coming in. I didn't get to read his page. So that's down for 1. Yeah, no pun intended on Warren Page not reading his page. Strike 2. We got a pretty animated umpire tonight, at least with his voice. Strike 3, got him, and we're headed to the bottom of the 3rd, sponsored by Pollyeyes Pizza.
Hey there, I'm Joey Polleyeye, 3rd generation owner of Pollyeyes in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyeyesgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyeyes Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
All right, so the 2nd inning went by pretty quick. We're headed to the bottom of the 3rd. Mace back on top of the mound. Parker Johnson's going to be the first one out to bat here. Grinnell got 2 on base last time, but couldn't do anything with it. We'll see if they can do that a little differently this time.
Johnson.
So Parker gets the collar of a shirt in his mouth and swings for strike 1. Ball 1. 34 at-bats, 9 hits, 2 doubles, 7 RBIs. And he struck out 13 times. He's averaging 256, or 265, excuse me, so far this season. Count is 1-2. And he'll foul that one off. One, 2. Down the dirt for 2-2. Scoreboard at the bottom of the 3rd looks as the following. Pella up 1-0 with 4 hits compared to Grinnell's 2. Pella has no errors. Grinnell has 1 that they got in the 1st inning. Down the dirt for ball 3. And Parker is going to fill up the count. See if he can finish. Three-2. Swings and a miss. And out comes the top of the batting order, Brock Beck.
Now batting for Grinnell, center fielder number 2, Brock Beck.
Brock fell short on his first at-bat of the evening. 1 out, none on. And Brock's going to pop this thing high in the air. Pella's going to get underneath of it and take it down for out number 2. So out comes out Colin Gibson, the freshman.
Now batting for the Tigers, third baseman number 6, Colin Gibson.
When it works, it's a nice 1-2 punch with Colin and Jaden right there. When it works.
Yeah, Colin seems to find that seam that usually makes it work when it counts.
Oh, 1. Down the dirt for 1-1. Mace knew it right when he left his glove. That one's popped up again. This one heading out to right and can't be brought down. But still down for a foul. I don't think Baker knew if he had any room over there. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, no one on in the bottom of the third. Grinnell trails 1-0 against the Dutch. Up top for ball 2. I gotta say, his plate discipline isn't terrible. That one lines into the gap, and it gets just almost past the second baseman, but he was able to hop on top of it, just didn't want to make the throw, and Colin gets on first. That's a big play.
Yeah, that second baseman was just tall enough that he could stretch out, catch that with his glove.
This is quite the effort, though. So his older brother, Jaden Gibson, steps up on the mound. As Jaden gets a nick of this thing out to right and foul. Yeah, Pella's 8-9. Their softball team is, but anytime you beat Pella, it's just a good time.
Definitely.
Down for strike 1.
Foul ball.
Strike 2, excuse
Strike
me.
2.
Yes, foul ball. Well, his brother had it 2-2. Let's see if Jaden can do something with 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. And Jaden gets a piece of that thing. It's headed to right field. Can it stay fair? It does not. Darn. Just a little inside. I think Jaden sees a golden opportunity right now. In a game that Grinnell has struggled to get swinging. In the past 6 games, Grinnell has struggled to hit the baseball, so I need some sort of something to get him going. And he goes down swinging. To the top of the 4th we go. Pella leads over Grinnell 1-0. All right, so Jake Hull up on top of the mound here. This is Drew Hellman up to bat for the Dutch. I agree with the fan that just said that. Let's have another quick inning here. Up top for ball 1. Swing, and he got it just a piece of it fouled back for strike one. Another foul, strike two. One-two pitch coming up. Up top for ball two. 2-2. This one popped up. Brock's going to chase that one all the way back and gets underneath of it. Out for out number one.
Now batting for the Dutch. Shortstop, number one, Tanner Dunsbergen.
This is Tanner Dunsbergen up to bat for the Dutch. If Grinnell can keep Pella within striking distance, that'd be great. Down for ball one. A lot of them just up top for Jake tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, what we're looking at, we're looking pretty close on. I mean, for that one to be a strike and the one before to be slightly off, it's almost like the ump strike zone is about 3 inches to the right.
This one's lined out again and underneath of it. Brock's doing some heavy lifting here this inning.
Back to the top
2 outs.
For Pella, designated hitter, number 5,
River Baker back up for the Dutch. Outside for ball one. All right. It was caught. We're headed to the middle of the fourth. Grinnell trails Pella 1-0.
The Tigers, the pitcher, number 20.
So Jake Cole up to bat here for Grinnell in the bottom of the fourth. Sorry, I paused there during that last half inning. One of our mics almost became unplugged and it sent a very, very loud noise into my ears. Ball two.
I guess that's show business.
I guess. My dad just got the trivia question correct, so that is like, what, 2 straight?
We're 2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 straight home games. They're going to think we're cheating. I'm not sure how my dad got it. Out of all people. This one lined into the gap. This might bring home, or this might put him on second. Jake's going to get on his high horse and gets down on second base. So Grinnell's in business as Blake Holloway comes up.
Now batting for Grinnell, left fielder, number 22, Blake Holloway.
That's second time row at bat, Jake on, so
So despite his, a little shaky pitching, he's definitely doing well at bat.
It's a good way to find your aggression and take it out on the ball.
Blake got a bunt and got all the way to first base last time. This one's way outside for Mace. Maybe Mace might be losing a little bit of composure here. It seems like it's been the continuous story so far this year. Grinnell can get some guys on base, but they just can't seem to bring them home. And that's cost them some ball games this year. Obviously coming into this game losing 4 out of their last 6. After starting really well. One pitch. Holloway gets caught swinging. 1-2. Outside for ball 2. Jake's going to take off toward third, and he is safe. For a pitcher, he got on his wheels there. Stenberg trying to hype up Hollabaugh. This is a big chance for Grinnell to put one on the board. And he can't. Strikes out. So Nick Williams up to bat. 1 out.
Next for the Tigers, second baseman, number 5, Nick Williams. Courtesy runner.
Yeah, courtesy runner there for
25,
Jake.
Gavin McFarland.
Jake did all the hard work getting around the bases. Gavin's going to come in on third. Try to race home. He's got that speed to do it. So 1 out. Gavin on third. Grinnell with a huge chance to put one on the board here. And that one outside for ball 1. I thought my ears were delayed for a second. They had that hit over at the softball field. Down the dirt for ball 1. Or excuse me, ball 2. Nick probably right where he wants to be. Down the dirt for ball 3. Two-one pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Nick back in the batter's box. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Gavin's on third. And that's outside for ball 3. Full count. And Nick swings. This one's headed to the shortstop. Gavin's going to come home. Nick's going to be out at first, but it doesn't matter. Grinnell's got one on the board and give the RBI to Nick. And Drew Kaufman's going to come up to bat with the score knotted up 1-1. Nice play by Nick.
First baseman, number 13, Drew Kaufman.
Something crazy is going on at the softball field. They're going crazy over there. I assume the score is still tied maybe, but strike 1. Strike 2. Strike 3. That'll do it for the bottom of the 4th. We're headed to the top of the 5th. Grinnell and Pella are tied after Gavin McFarland comes home. We're knotted up 1-1. Grinnell and Pella are tied. So Nick Grandia is going to start off the Dutch here at the top of the 5th. New position here. This one lined up. Nice catch by Colin. Kid's got some hops.
Now batting for Pella, center fielder number 3, Gabe Thomas.
So Gabe Thomas comes up, 1 out, nobody on. New territory here for Dutch, or the Pella Dutch. They haven't trailed yet this game, but now they're all knotted up. Strike 1. We might be getting somewhere. Jake's getting a little bit of a rhythm. I probably just jinxed it, but yep. Ball 1. Ball 2. Strike 2. I love this umpire. He is, I mean, whenever there's a strike, he's just, ah! Some guys just point. Ball 3. Counts loaded up, 1 out, none on. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He's out of there, and we're headed to the 2nd out here.
Now batting for Pella, pitcher number 26, Ryan Hayes.
And I got so excited I thought we were headed to the bottom of 5th.
Enthusiasm, that's what we need.
Oh, man. 2 outs. Foul. Ooh, this is going to be close to hitting someone. I don't know if it did, but that fouled way back.
Somebody's lap over there.
Free souvenir, just kidding. You got to give it back. We're on a budget here. Swing and a miss, strike 1, or strike 2 because of the foul. No balls, 2 strikes, no one's on. Grinnell can have a little bit of momentum here, and it goes up top for ball 1. Strike 3's out of there, and we're headed to the bottom of the 5th. Grinnell and Pella are still tied, 1-1. So Owen Coppin's going to lead off here for Grinnell. Update from the softball game. The girls are up 4-2 against the Pella Dutch. We're in the bottom of the 5th. And May starts him out with a strike. Owen gets a piece of this thing. This thing flies down the left field line. Foul.
Bugs must be coming out in the stands. I can smell the bug spray.
0-2 pitch. Fouled. And never mind. I guess it's going to be counted. So Owen gets on first. So Stenberg's going to come out here and have the courtesy runner for Owen Kaufman, Gavin McFarland.
Gavin is getting his running in tonight. Twice in for Jake Hull and now in for Owen Kaufman.
Did a lot during the football season, that's for sure. Parker Johnson up to bat. 1 on, no outs. The momentum shifted in that 4th inning when Grinnell finally got on the board. See if Grinnell can keep it going. Strike 2, or strike 1, excuse me. Man, I'm just getting the count messed up tonight. Oh, 1. Strike 2. One thing's for sure, when Gavin's on base, those pitchers are always looking over there. No outs, 1 on, 0-2, up top for 1-2. Jack swung it there. I don't know if Parker really thought he maybe have swung there. Either way, it's knotted up 2-2. One out, none on. Or no outs, 1 on. Gavin gets back to first. Two goes back. Mace really wants to get at Gavin out. Like, really wants to get at Gavin out. Outside, ball 3. Fought back, full count. And he holds in there. Ball 4, Parker heads to first. Good plate discipline. So we got 2 on, no outs. Catcher's gonna have a little chat. So with the offensive timeout, that'll be Brock, Gavin, and Parker going over to chat with Stenberg. Join us Wednesday night for the doubleheader against Oskaloosa. The Indians come to town. Should be a good game. It'll be broadcasted here on the Tiger Sports live stream network. We'll start at 5:30. We're going to do both games, 5:30 and 7:30. Let's hope we make it through it. So Brock Beck up to the plate. 2 on, no outs. Grinnell has a chance here to get this thing going. Brock lays down a bunt, and it's going to be foul. Oh, 1. Strike one. Strike two, excuse me. Sandberg barking a few instructions over to Brock. Oh, 2 pitch. And nice bunt down. That's going to get Parker to second, and he'll be out, though. Doesn't matter. We got one on first and one on second, and up comes Colin Gibson, the freshman. The team comes out to give Brock a few high fives. That obviously meant a lot.
Little love when it comes down to that, especially getting Gavin over here in the steal spot to put some extra point on the board.
Big chance for Grinnell to put some runs here in the bottom of the 5th. Colin up to bat, and he's down for ball 1. Get your rally caps on. 2 on, 1 out. Colin swings and misses on it. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Come on, call it. They put in play here.
One-two pitch. If he can just maybe sacrifice it. In the dirt for 2, and no one decides to come home. Looks like over there in the bullpen, I believe it's Owen warming up over there. It's hard to tell between him and Drew. I'm pretty sure it's Owen, yeah. It is Owen Coffin. Two-two. Colin gets a piece of this thing. It's headed to foul.
Rolled it right into right field on the softball diamond.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. Down in the dirt, full count, 3-2. And then we get some great 7 Nation Army music going over the other field. Good adrenaline push here. 3-2 pitch upcoming. And Colin fouls this thing right back toward us. Even with the fence there, it still might get you going. Gavin in third base, looking to head home. Outside for ball 4, and we're going to load the bases up with 1 out, and out comes Jaden Gibson. Big opportunity here for Grinnell.
Batting for the Tigers, catcher number 7, Jaden Gibson.
I talked to Jaden earlier in the week, and if anything, this man really just wants a home run. He wants that other one. He's got 2 on the year so far. He'd love to grab another one. And you could tell that talking to him earlier in this season. Ooh, good smell of barbecue. It hadn't hit yet. We'll see if Mace comes out here.
Little Blue's going to come up, say its time is over, so get him back on the mound and bring him back to the plate. Let's see it go.
Catcher number 7, Jaden
So welcome
Gibson.
to the bait. Gibson comes up to bat with bases loaded and 1 out. This is probably the best scenario he wants to be in. Grinnell has a big chance to open this one up, even if he just puts it in the gap. He's got 2 speedsters on second and third. Down for strike 1.
Pitch had a nice little sink right when it got there.
Macy's going to throw his best stuff right here. Strike 2.
Oh.
Man, that was right on the edge.
Well, let's play. Let's go.
0-2. 1 out. Bases loaded. And we got a time. Jaden settles in, stares at his bat, takes a deep breath, and here we go. 0-2 count. And Jaden fouls it. Bottom of the 5th, we're all knotted up 1-1. 4 hits for each team. Grinnell has a big chance to bring one home here. Down for ball 1.
Catcher takes a moment, walk it off.
Exciting news today for the basketball team. The home and away jerseys were released for the upcoming season. Put on the Twitter account when we sat down with Brandon with the podcast last week. After we were done interviewing, he showed us those beforehand. It was hard to keep our mouths quiet about it. But still very, very cool jerseys debuted it here. Grinnell's wearing their new jerseys right here, and I know they'd love to have a home run here. 1-2 count. And Jaden again fouls it. Claw back. One, two. And again, popped up. It's going to be fouled and drops. Going to rattle down to the softball field. He's coming so close. He's getting just pieces of it. He's putting the puzzle together. Let's see if he can fit it all together here and complete it. And this one's going to be fouled again. Extra puzzle piece.
Come on, 7. Let's win this. Here we go.
Jaden's not going to go down without a fight.
I think he has his eye right between center and right to let her drop in and at least bring 2 home.
Ball 2. That's the thing. He's fouled it off so many times you think maybe the count would be full, but we're still sitting at 2-2. We're currently on the longest at-bat of the night. Down the middle in the dirt. 3-2. Even a walk will bring one home. He could just be fighting for that. 3-2 pitch count full. And he lines this one right past Stenberg down for a foul. Is that 5 foul balls so far? Count is full. The bases are full. And we got 1 out. Jaden calls time.
It's almost more than a full count.
Yeah.
As many hits as.
There it is right there. Is it going to be hot? Yes, it is, but that's going to bring home Gavin. And he is safe. And Grinnell comes home again. Nice little sacrifice fly by Jaden Gibson down. And Grinnell leads 2-1 over the Dutch.
Now batting for Grinnell, the pitcher, number 23,
So Jake Cole comes on the mound. Or up on the plate, I should say. I know that's probably not what Jaden really wanted, but anything to bring home a run will help. As Grinnell has their first lead of the night, 2-1. That one down in the dirt for strike 1. And Jake knows he missed it.
Jake's definitely had some good quality at bats tonight. See if we can keep that run going.
Parker wants to run. Down for strike two. Got a piece of that one. It's headed to center field. Can it drop? No, it doesn't. That'll do it for the end of the 5th inning. We're headed to the top of the 6th. We'll be right back after this sponsorship by Polly Eyes Pizza.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, 3rd generation owner of Polly Eyes in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polyeysgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polly Eyes Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
So Pella, for the first time tonight, comes out to bat. This time trailing 2-1. Grinnell was able to put up a run there in the bottom of the 5th. And that starts off with the liner down to Owen, and Owen makes a good throw over to his brother Drew, out for out number 1. It's ever since that 4th inning, they've just slowly but surely kind of got some rhythm going. And Grinnell's been able to keep Pella at bay. Jake's hung in there all night.
Well, anytime you can bring a runner in, that gives momentum for him, and that kind of helps turn things around also.
Ball 1. Ball 2. One out, pitch count 2-0. Make it 2-1. Both teams with 4 hits. That one just outside, but it's going to be called a strike. 2-2. I'm not going to complain.
I think it's the angle that the ump has. It's what he's throwing out there.
That one was fouled away. 2-2 upcoming for the Dutch.
Nevertheless, we're never going to figure out what an ump is actually calling.
Strike 3. Jaden will throw it over to first, and he's officially out. What do they talk about now? Automated umpires? Ones that'll never make mistakes. I think it's a human sport. You might as well just have a human back there. Human is going to make human errors. We see it in refereeing for NFL, NBA all the time. Now, granted, are some of those errors really stupid? Yeah. But, you know.
Well, we could.
Strike 1.
We could talk to Chris Kaufman, and the flag that's in the center field, if we line that up correctly,
Strike 2.
we could use as our pitch count analyzer.
0-2 pitch. Oh, I thought he might swing at it. He was getting swing happy there. 1-2. 2 outs, none on. Jake's going to try to sit him down real quick here. 3 up, 3 down. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. Grinnell leads over Pella 2-1. We'll be right back. Alrighty, so number 22, Blake Hollabaugh, is going to come back up on top. And the bottom of the 6th, this could be the last time Grinnell hits tonight, so we'll have to see what they can do here. And Hollabaugh gets us going with strike 1. Oh 1. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Mace is a trooper. He's hanging in here. If he pitches a few more, he's out for the week.
Well, he struggled a little bit there in the 5th and must have got a little bit of a breath on that short little turn. But
Nick Williams back up for Grinnell. 1 out, none on. Out for ball 1. Strike 1. And after the game, depending on what happens or depending on how the coaches are finishing up, we might have Stenberg and maybe a player up here to talk. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, none on. Nick fouls that one off. Turned out into a really nice night here at the ballpark. It's like a solid temperature. Now, granted, my arms are very hot because I got toasted over the weekend at the Iowa Speedway, but other than that, I feel fine. I think it's a nice temperature around here. Rain kept away. Nick goes down for strike 3, and out comes Drew Kaufman. So 106 pitches so far from Ace. So his time could be come and done soon because I'm not sure what the limit is. So the limit's 110, so he's 4 pitches away from having to sit out 5 days, according to the Iowa rules. And Drew goes down swinging, but he's throwing his best pitches of the game right now. 0-1, 2 outs. None on for Grinnell. That one's down the dirt, 1-1. So we'll be back Wednesday night, Oskaloosa doubleheader. First doubleheader of the season, should be fun. And then on Friday night, we finally get over to the softball diamond because it looks like they're just having a lot of fun over there. Two 2-1. 2-2. And this umpire's all over the place tonight. Two outs, 2 strikes, 2 balls. Coach is coming out here to talk probably about Mace, I assume. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Drew maybe going to try to get something going. Down for ball 3. Counts full, 3-2. Strike 3 and he's out. We're headed to the top of the 7th. Pella's going to have to score to extend the game. We'll see you at the top of the 7th. We'll take a quick breather and we'll be back for Pella up to bat. So a little bit of a score update from the softball diamond. Grinnell leads 6-4 at the top of the 7th. So that game could be ending possibly around the same exact time as this one. As the softball, Grinnell is up to, Pella's up to bat at the top of the 7th over there at the softball diamond. Same thing over here, so we'll have to see what happens. Let's see if Jake can finish this thing out. Grinnell leads 2-1. It's been a pitcher's duel. But we'll see if Grinnell can prevail. Down for ball 1. Strike 1. Ball 2. Strike 2. Foul right down the right field line. Caught a break on that one. Swing just past Jake's glove. This is going to be bounced down. Can he make the play? He does! Beautiful play by Owen Kaufman. Down for 1 out. Wow, that was really good.
Quick hit right there across Jake's left shoulder.
Number 1, Tanner Dunsbergen.
So Tanner Dunsbergen steps up. 1 out, nobody on. That one just swung past his elbows for ball 1. That one popped up. And Drew makes the catch, and we're 1 out away. I just happened to glance over at the softball diamond. Someone made an incredible catch over there. I don't know who it was. Grinnell's probably just a few outs away from winning that game, and Grinnell's only 1 out away from winning this game. And it's all up to the man who started for the Dutch, River Baker. So here we go. Possibly the last out of the ball game. And this one fouled. So unless River Baker's packing a punch here and he can send this thing yard, Jake's trying to close this thing out. Strike 1, or strike 2, excuse me. 1 away, 0-2 pitch is going to be on the way. Grinnell's going to try to finish it and get a good win over Pella. Right down the middle, and it's a ball game. Grinnell wins 2-1 over the Pella Dutch. Celebration all around for Jake Cole. He's able to close this one out after a rocky start. And after a little bit of a losing week last week, Grinnell's able to finish it against the Dutch. Great resilience by the Tigers so far tonight, and it's a great 2-1 win.
Yeah, you know, the big thing is Jake just hung in there. You know, it wasn't giving up, and he had good defense support from the team out on the fields, picking up those when they ran by, and so just overall great performance by the infield. And Brock Beck had a couple nice hits out there in the outfield too, bringing that back around. So those are all things that make a game come complete when a pitcher struggles a little bit. So hats off to this Grinnell Tigers baseball team. Job well done out there, and come back to get that 2-1 win.
Take a look at a few of the box scores. So it's a final from Grinnell. Grinnell wins 2-1 over Pella. Both teams had 4 hits. Grinnell had 1 error. Pella had no errors. Pretty good night so far, batting-wise. Jake Cole threw 7 innings pitched, only gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 1 error, 2 bases, and then 8 strikeouts. And by the celebration over there on the softball diamond, it looks like Grinnell beat Pella.
Yeah, I think there's a win over there too. So excellent job for both the baseball and the softball team. I can't see from where our position is. If it stayed, I assume it did. Stayed a 6-4 win for that softball team. So good job over there on that side. We look forward to that Friday night game when we could give a live stream on that side of the park.
What a night by Ryan Mace, Pella's pitcher. He stayed in the whole game. He threw 11 strikeouts. Jake Cole threw 8 strikeouts for Grinnell. So we're going to get a quick check from our sponsor, Polly Eyes Pizza. We're going to keep it. We're going to get off the mic. We're still going to be recording. We're just going to keep some sort of screen thing on, and then if we come back on, that'll let you guys know that we are interviewing Stenberg and possibly another player.
I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polly Eyes in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyeysgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polly Eyes Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
All right, we're back here with Brock Beck and Coach Stenberg after their 2-1 victory over Pella. Guys, congrats. It was a big night, especially after last week's, a little bit of a rocky last week. I'll start with Brock. Brock, you had the big play with the bunt to get people going. What did that mean for the team? The team is obviously very excited, but for you to come up in that situation, what is it like with the little moments that mean so much?
Well, yeah, like in tight games like this, just moving runners can be a big part of the game, and we stress it a lot in practice. Get runners in scoring position, and then the heart of our lineup's up next. I mean, you have Jaden and Jake following me, so if I bunt them and get them over for those guys, I think we'll be all right.
Stamina-wise for you, you guys have a few more games this week, also last week. How do you mentally and physically stay in it through this whole week, and how did you do it last week?
I mean, we just got to be smart. We can't do anything dumb off the field. I mean, you don't really feel it that much, but just being smart on and off the field is a great way to do it, and Coach Stenberg doesn't work us too hard, so all right.
Coach, obviously good win tonight in terms of the conference and after last week. What's this mean win after a little bit of a rocky start last week, coming into this week with a full conference slate?
We talked about taking this conference and then our schedule in general one day at a time. I think it was important to get off a good start this week with a lot of important games. We're going to go to Omaha tomorrow for the College World Series as a team and kind of enjoy that, take a day away from the diamond here, but watch some good baseball and hopefully learn some things from them. And I think in order for us to enjoy that to the full potential, it is important to come away with a win, but for sure play well today, and we did that, so I was proud of them.
Jake pitched a full game tonight. Does that help boost his confidence and your guys' confidence in him as the season keeps going?
Yeah, Jake actually struggled early on, throwing more than just a fastball for a strike.
Right.
The one home run was a fastball up that he left up, and hitters were kind of adjusting to that. So, we talked to Jake about being able to throw that second pitch, and if his curveball was struggling, then I'm proud of the way he was able to adjust and get his changeup working and keep the hitters off balance as the game went on. You could see him kind of get momentum as the game progressed there.
All right, one last question. Who you guys got winning the College World Series if y'all are heading out there?
Brockman doesn't even know who's playing.
I
Probably.
know who's playing. Louisville and Auburn. We're going to go watch them.
Yeah, we're going to watch them, but I'm going to pick Vanderbilt to win it all, I think.
Vanderbilt.
Yep.
I mean, the year I went, Vanderbilt won it, so I'm going to go with them too. So
Michigan looks good. I'm going to take Michigan.
Big Ten.
Go with Big Ten country. All right, congratulations, guys, on the win. Thank you for coming up and stopping with us, and good luck the rest of the week.
Thank you, Blake.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.